A great deal of pressure falls on the man alone on a boat. The sea shows no mercy.
Today we'll be looking at the Mercy trailer starring Oscar winners Colin Firth as Donald Crowhurst and Rachel Weisz as Claire Crowhurst, his wife. Sure bet to be on the short list for the Oscars this year, and it promises to be one of the best sailing movies of all time. We're going to look at the UK trailers 1 and 2. At the Slowboat Sailing YouTube channel, by subscribing, you'll get to see our round-the-world trip and the amazing voyages of other great cruising sailors.
Dreams are the seeds of action. We'd all do well to remember that.
Dialogue in the Mercy trailer is just like poetry. We start out with these pastoral scenes of family, bright sunny skies, and Crowhurst on his yacht. They've chosen a marvelous boat for the Crowhurst family boat, this beautiful gaff-rigged red-sailed boat. About Crowhurst's story was he was a man who did follow his dreams.
A single-handed race around the world. I've already sent in my entry form.
Are you serious?
Alone on a boat for 9 months? You're either drunk or mad.
Well, we should have another drink so that we can rule out madness.
You're either drunk or mad. Probably some foreshadowing about the psychological pressures that Crowhurst will face at sea, and we'll see before the end of this trailer.
Out here alone!
This is a no spoiler reaction, but I think that the trailer has been set up such that they believe that most people watching this film will know the ending. And there's a heavy dose of foreshadowing throughout the trailer. I've read several books on Crowhurst's story and the Golden Globe race. It's a compelling tale, and I don't think it'll make a difference whether you know it or not.
May I point out you don't have a boat capable of such a voyage?
We're going to build one.
Have you ever done anything like that before?
That's the point. If I can do it, then so can the bloke who stares at the horizon.
And then they flash to the building of the Teignmouth Electron, his race boat, for the Golden Globe race in 1968.
If I'm putting in the money, what are you putting in?
Everything else.
Only Best is played by Ken Stott, who many of you have probably seen as Balin the Dwarf. He's a much jollier version of Stanley Best than is portrayed in the documentary Deep Water.
I fooled myself into thinking we were just building a boat. I didn't think I'd actually have to watch you sail away.
That's what boats do.
Promise me you'll come home.
One of the last clips in England is Rachel Weisz asking her husband Donald Crowhurst, that is Claire Crowhurst asking her husband Donald Crowhurst to promise that he will come home. And that's some more major foreshadowing that we'll address later in the trailer.
Any sane man would want to pull out of such an endeavour. Leave your doubts with us here on the shore.
Good luck, Daddy!
Take your dreams out to sea.
Then the question of sanity comes up again when the publicist says, any sane man. And then he encourages Donald to leave his doubts on shore.
A great deal of pressure falls on the man alone on a boat. The sea shows no mercy.
Sea shows no mercy. Is this a foreshadowing of what the title means? The lack of mercy from the sea. Will he see any mercy anywhere else?
Where are the leaders?
3,000 miles ahead.
If I go on, my chances of survival would be 50-50. If I turn back, I face certain ruin. I can't go on, and I can't go home. So where else is there?
Crowhurst says, I can't go on, but I can't go home, lamenting the dangers of his voyage if he continues. And soon we see his intentions to cheat in the race, as he points out.
I'm here. What if I tell them I'm here?
False positions on the map.
This week, Donald Crowhurst has been posting some remarkable speeds.
What do I do now?
A new single-handed record!
I'm out here alone!
We hear his son celebrating that he has got a world record time for a solo-handed sailor.
I thought I could play the game better.
Donald Crowhurst wanted to be famous. Now he's about to be.
We had a hand in this. We put pressure on the man.
So what has happened? Is Crowhurst dead? Was he caught cheating?
Not always connected, no matter how far apart we are.
Tomorrow, and every day after, my children will still need their father. And I will still need my husband.
By Rachel Weisz as Claire Crowhurst, saying that tomorrow and every day after, my children will still need their father. Is Crowhurst in jail? Is he lost at sea? Is he known dead? So, for example, Golden Globe race participant Bernard Moutissier did not finish, and he abandoned his family for Tahiti after the race. You can see our round-the-world voyage in Tahiti by subscribing right now.
Life must be lived. So the question becomes, what can you do to give it all meaning?
Did Crowhurst follow his dreams? Did he achieve them? You'll have to see the movie when it comes out on February 9th in the UK and later in the year of 2018 in the US. But stay tuned for the second trailer where we hear interviews from Rachel Weisz and Colin Firth.
Donald Crowhurst is an amateur sailor and an inventor and a dreamer.
A single-handed race around the world.
Have you ever done anything like that before?
That degree of isolation for that length of time, I can't think of how one could parallel it now.
In the second trailer released by Studio Canal in 2018, both Colin Firth and Rachel Weisz emphasize how much they respect the story of Donald Crowhurst. So the focus is clearly on the main character.
I think there's a Donald Crowhurst in all of us. We all dream of some kind of glory.
I think I can win this race. I, for one, found immense admiration and sympathy for him every step of the way.
Colin Firth's glowing description of Crowhurst hints that maybe Crowhurst did something bad that may make people think less of him.
I can't go on, and I can't go home. So where else is there?
The third way makes it seem possible that there may be a good resolution.
Anybody who has taken on something ambitious, risky, has really dared to do something, will recognize what it feels like to go further than you are truly able to do.
What do I do now? I'm not here alone.
Hugging of Claire Crowhurst and her son. We're not sure if it is tears of joy or tears of sadness. So there's a lot less foreshadowing in this short 60-second trailer. You want to check out our video about the Crowhurst movie Secrets Revealed, where we have a deep dive with the other Studio Canal feature film called Crowhurst and its director Simon Rumley. Click that card in the corner.
I thought I could play the game better.
I've not seen the Mercy movie, but I plan to see it when it comes to theaters in the United States in late 2018. And if you're lucky enough to be in the UK, it's coming out on February 9th, 2018. It's already premiered in Solo Sailing Mad, France, home of the 2018 Golden Globe 50th anniversary race. You can hear my interview with the founder of the 2018 Golden Globe 50th anniversary race on the Slowboat Sailing podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. This video was brought to you by the Sail Timer Wind Instrument and Mantis Marine and viewers like you on patreon.com/slowboatsailing.